This is some good news for fans of the Attitude Era or just fans of wrestling in general. I'd say Stone Cold Steve Austin has not ruled out a return to the WWE. Now, it's probably not going to be, obviously he's not going to be wrestling like he was at one point. It's probably just going to be a one off match. But this is an article from ESPN. We'll read the whole thing. Steve Austin was working on a project recently that required him to look back at his huge return match with Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38 2 years ago. Stone Cold said he couldn't discuss what the project was, but going over the tape of that bout, his first in 19 years, was illuminating. This is a quote from Stone Cold. I dissected what I did, and I know that I can improve on what I did, Austin told ESPN in a recent interview. Does that mean we could see yet another match from one of the most iconic performers in the history of professional wrestling? Austin would not rule that out. Austin had this to say: I said I'd never get in a ring again unless all the stars aligned. And for some reason, somehow they all did. And at the age of 57, I headlined the first night of WrestleMania. I never thought I'd do that. If you'd have told me that when I retired in 2003, I'd have said, you're crazy. So I'm not going to sit here and say no to anything because you never say never in this crazy business of sports entertainment. Austin was then asked about a potential rematch with Punk. He said it would be a good one. I like Punk, and I think Punk likes me. So as long as he can take a stunner, and then according to the article, Austin laughed, I consider him a great friend, a great guy, and a great wrestler who has a great career. We'll see. This is awesome. Okay, I'm sorry, but this is awesome. I understand Stone Cold probably will be unable to give a classic match. He won't be the guy that he once was in the ring, and we get that, especially at his age. But I gotta say this: wrestling, in its simplistic form, is all about the pop that people get. Like, you could write the best story in the world. You could write a fantastic story that I'm bought into 110%. And if the audience in attendance isn't down with it, and it doesn't ruin it completely, but it ruins it a lot. You're like, come on, when you hear Cody Rhodes nowadays come out and the audience is cheering, or Nakamura Shinsuke when he comes out, and you hear or Seth Rollins comes out and the audience is just cheering and cheering and they're singing along, you're like, this is every time that happens. It doesn't matter if it happens 3 times in the same show. I go, this is what makes wrestling awesome. Like, this is what makes wrestling the best, right? Just seeing the audience going crazy, and even if you're at home, you can still feel it, how awesome it is. And so when you hear the news of someone like Stone Cold Steve Austin coming back, who literally his intro was just glass shattering, and people used to lose their minds. It brings so much excitement. Obviously, fight CM Punk, that'd be super cool, but just, he didn't even have to get in the ring. Have him be a guest referee, I don't care. Just hearing the glass pop or the glass break and the pop of the crowd and people going nuts, that alone is worth seeing Stone Cold back in that ring. And can you imagine, because obviously The Rock is still, we've seen Austin Rock a ton, but can you imagine if The Rock and Steve Austin were back in a ring together, not even fighting, just in the ring together, jawing back and forth? I mean, it'd be magical. It would truly be magical. And if there's one time that the WWE needs all hands on deck, it would be right now. Because obviously you have all this stuff going on with Vince that is, the court system will play that out, but if everything that's been said is true, that's, despicable stuff. And so the WWE really needs all hands on deck right now. Because all these fans, a lot of people, wrestling is an escape for them. It's something that, they love and it makes them happy. And they, even if they have some crappy things going on in their life, they get to turn on wrestling on Monday and on Friday. And when there's a pay-per-view, right, you turn it on and you just love it so much. And so something like Austin just, it will go a long way. So thank you all for watching. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Should Austin return? Do you like Austin? Do you not want him to return? My guess is there's going to be nobody saying that. But if there is, put your thoughts out in the comments. And we'll see you next time.